What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's episode, we will be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as OmiseGO to Bitcoin. So shout out to Demon2017 for commenting his cryptocurrency. If you guys want to be shouted out or are new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, and leave a comment telling me what cryptocurrency we should review in tomorrow's video. Otherwise, let's get on with today's episode. So I do want to just quickly go over an article. This article basically explains on Ethereum World News, here is what the launch of the Coinbase Custody means for the little guys like you and I. So basically, Coinbase has announced they started to launch a fund basically for bigger institutional investors to invest in cryptocurrency in a safer way. And I just quickly want to summarize this this article so that we can both get an understanding of what is going to happen. So basically it says, posting on Reddit, the highlighted of the new service by Coinbase is geared towards high net individuals and institutional investors. So how does the high institutional and I guess high net worth individuals have to do with us and will affect us? Well, basically what this means for our non-institutional investors like you and I, it says that the Coinbase Custody service, right here I'm following, says this new service offers a gateway for the institutional investors to get into the cryptocurrency, and the new service probably guarantees that the funds are not only safe for you and I, but they are safe for the high institutional investors to invest in. So it allows basically how banks in the US are backed by the FDIC. This means that the top cyber security, it will guarantee some kind of security and reimbursement of funds if they were ever to get hacked. So it basically allows these top institutional investors to invest high amounts of money, which is somewhat less risky for somebody to just invest in it now. They're almost backed by this fund, or Coinbase's fund, that says if you invest with us, we will basically secure your money so that it doesn't get hacked. If it does, we will reimburse you. It also says Coinbase only supports Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, and Bitcoin Cash. So the way that is for us and how it could affect us is that those are the 5 major coins it plans to invest in. That's the only thing that's supported. So when institutional investors invest in this currency or this platform, those are the 5 coins that money will go into, that will flow into. So it'll basically bring more hype and more FOMO buying theoretically into those 5 cryptocurrencies. So the fact that they support those 5 coins, those will be the 5 coins that most likely benefit from the bulk buying of these high net individuals and those investors. So basically this means that the circulating supply will drop, boosting the price of each of these 5 assets. So once Bitcoin skyrockets, the rest of cryptocurrency should move up from there. Zilliqa, IOST, it says Tron. So basically it is a win for every digital asset out there, including the ones in your portfolio. So it's definitely just something that I wanted to go over. It also basically explains the Federal Reserve in St. Louis, saying that crypto is friendly. Basically similar stuff like that. If you want to check out the article, I'll post the link in the description below. Otherwise, let's check out the TA for today. Let's check out, I guess we'll start with Bitcoin since that's the one that seems to have the most news happening right now. Price currently is set at $6,600. We're seeing some nice movement. You can see how finally, after a 7-month downtrend, we have finally broken out of such resistance and seem to be heading back up to that high-low MMA. We are facing some slight resistance here on the daily. You can see at a level at around 6,700. You can see we have the 1, 2, almost 3 levels of resistance now acting against Bitcoin. But what's good news is on the stock RSI, we managed to break its downtrend, and it does look quite nice that we're going to move back up to that high-low MMA. If we check out the 4-hour, you'll realize soon enough that the reason we are kind of slowing down right now is by the 4-hour chart. The stock RSI, we seem to be quite overbought at the moment. We are above levels where we need to kind of consolidate slightly. You'll also notice that we have finally caught back up to the high-low MMA on the 4-hour chart. You can see the consolidation points that we had, and we finally broke above to start retesting resistance at that $6,700 area. So in time, I do think that is the price level we are going to be able to breach. We just need some slight consolidation in order to move up to that area. But for all in all, I'd say Bitcoin is looking quite nice, and we are looking to reach that $7,700 level like we're all expecting. Is the Bitcoin price, is the bullish market going to start? Are we looking for that bearish signal right now? I believe Charlie Lee did a poll on his Twitter account that basically, I want to say it was about even. I think it was 55% of people still think it's bearish. 45 said crypto should expect to start to see a bullish market. So we're about 50-50, and not everybody's too certain one way or another, which is quite nice to have some type of volatility within a market, not 100% one way or 100% the other. When we look at Litecoin right now, you'll notice that we are also looking quite nice. You can see that we are basically coming to this downtrend that has started for around 6 months. We are finally starting to see, I guess, look at some nice areas of recovery right now. You'll notice again on the stock RSI we broke through, so we are seeing some nicer highs, but we are slightly behind compared to Bitcoin. So we are seeing some slight consolidation. We did see a nice run. We can clearly find that support is at around $80, and hopefully we won't be able to break that. You'll notice we are still slightly behind where Bitcoin broke out of its downtrend. You'll notice Litecoin is still trying to catch up to that. I think with a few more days of consolidation, we should be able to break past that if Bitcoin continues to move up in its higher high, lower low trend it is forming right now. What's cool is if we look on the 4-hour to give a general look, you'll notice that we have finally caught up to Litecoin's basically 4-hour high-low MMA. So that is very good news to see that we were at a low of around $72 and we finally caught back up to an area of around 86, 87. So that's nice to see. We're now going to be using this as support if we can break above it. You notice we have been below this for quite some time. So it's awesome to see that we have caught up. We may see some slight consolidation due to the fact that we are nearing overbought areas on the stock RSI. So that is not always a good thing. We need some slight consolidation, some slight pullback on that stock RSI before we can move up higher and advance into some higher highs. So that is definitely a good sign for Litecoin and Bitcoin. You can see that we reached actually a level at around $89, almost $90 on Coinbase's Litecoin. So that is definitely some good news, which a lot of people are on and off. I've read a lot of your guys' comments. A lot of you guys thought that Coinbase's custody was good news and could have been why people are buying the rumor. And we may see that when it comes out and investors start to invest, they sell the news and it might fall. I'm not sure. Leave your comments what you think about that article, whether or not you are bullish for that article or bearish, and how you think it'll affect the overall market for non-institutional investors. Let's move on to Ethereum, our third cryptocurrency that we are going to look at, the blue chip. Did not mean to do that. I apologize. And then we'll look at OmiseGO to wrap things up. So Ethereum looks quite nice. You'll notice it has had a pretty steep downtrend. I'm trying to just adjust this so it looks almost accurate. I think that's about right. You'll notice it's had a downtrend all the way since January, February, March, April, May 6th, and we finally managed to slightly break through it. We are seeing some slight pullback on the stock RSI as well as the price level. So it's nice to see that we crossed over, but it seems like we're still kind of gonna continue the downtrend on it if we don't manage to set a higher high and start forming some type of channel upwards. So be mindful of that. Ethereum may break off and do its own thing. And lastly, let's check out OmiseGO. So looking at OmiseGO right now, I believe we've looked at this in the past, this currency, but we're looking at it on Binance it is. So right off the bat, I can see some lines of support currently at this price level right around here, as well as the bottom right here. This is definitely my best tip to give, is just draw on some lines of support and resistance before you start investing on any currency. Always check the charts so you can see where a good place and a negative place is to buy cryptocurrency. And I am strongly for TA because I think it is very useful. We had that small downtrend, and you can try to find the bottom right there. And then I'm just going to zoom in so you can see the downtrend we had right here. I could draw it pretty much all the way down, and you can see where we bottomed out. We did retest the bottom right here, and then we bounced up off of that, going back up to that high-low MMA. You can also see in areas where we were over there, we were pretty much bottomed out on that stock RSI, which is why we caused for that upswing. But you'll notice that even with an upswing, we were bottomed out right here at a price level right here, and you'll notice over in this area, we were at the same price level, but the stock RSI is higher up. So that's something you got to notice. We are bottomed out here, but at the same price level, we were higher up. We were 28 over here, and then we're around 40, 44 right over here. So it's interesting. It's just something to notice. But there is another downtrend forming on OmiseGO, which is clearly acting as more resistance for this currency. You can see right here we have this long downtrend that started, I think that is June 3rd. And it has been around a month now of just downtrend. So it'll be interesting to see if we can break that. Clearly it has found some support at the bottom. You can see we're extremely oversold right there, so that is why it shot up so quickly. But I think it may continue to follow this downtrend up until around the 17th of July, and then we may see a break outwards, moving us back up into that high-low MMA region. But that is going to sum up the video for today, guys. If you like what you saw, please subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up on the channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.